right. I think we are live on YouTube now too. What's up, everyone on YouTube? Where's my screen sharing? There we go. So we're going to share screen, allow. And there. Cool. Alrighty. So I work off of Samsung T7 shields or Samsung T7 drives in general. A lot of the Samsung solid state drives are probably the best ones on the market. I've seen a lot of people recommend like SanDisks and stuff like that. Do not recommend that. The SanDisk drives have a propensity to fail. I've actually had quite a few people that I've worked with that have had their Samsung T7s fail, or their SanDisk solid state drives fail on them. So we only use Samsung T7 drives over here. And every once in a while, we'll get the Crucial X9s. But Samsung T7s are probably the best ones that you can use. And we are currently editing the YouTube top 10 mirrorless cameras for under $1,000. So I shot this video a couple weeks ago. I'm a little bit behind on my YouTube videos. I've been kind of making a point to focus on vertical content, short form content. So there we go.
So you're looking for a mirrorless camera with all the new technology, but you don't want to spend more than $1,000. This is 2025's best mirrorless cameras under $1,000.
Yeah.
So you're looking for.
So my least favorite thing about video editing is the monotony of it. A lot of this is just listening to the same take over and over and over again until you get it exactly right and exactly how you want. I love to color grade, but hate to timeline.
Under $1,000.
Timelining is not my favorite activity. And thank you for the roses. Appreciate that. Cool. So we're into the timeline now. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can share my screen to you guys too, but not having any luck with that quite yet.
Coming in at number 10, we have the Canon RP. It is a full-frame 26.2 megapixel camera. It's one of the first offerings in the mirrorless lineup from Canon, and it's going to take really good photos. Now, if you're looking for video features, this isn't going to quite get you there.
Oh, we're up to 240 likes. Nice.
420, and there's no C-Log on
it.
But from a photo standpoint,
I just shot this video on the Fujifilm.
It's not going to have quite.
I have some colors baked into that already, and that's one of my favorite things about the Fujifilms is that you can bake in the colors in film simulations. Makes it really simple to edit. I don't have to do a lot of color grading, and it still is like super high quality video footage. Most of the TikTok videos that I shoot are also on the Fujifilm. They're using the Reala Ace Fujifilm film simulation. Looks really good. I have the saturation turned up a little bit on it, the shadows and the highlights turned down just to make it a little bit more contrasty. So if you do look at any of my TikTok videos or any of my short form content videos, those are typically on my Fujifilm XS20. That's my favorite daily use camera, and it kind of does everything. I would argue it's probably the best bang for buck camera on the market right now as well. Especially if you're hybrid shooting photo and video. And it's pretty small, pocketable, if like in a hoodie pocket, depending on the lens that you have with it.
In fact, a lot of landscape photographers will still run this one.
And for all the video editing that I do it either in CapCut or DaVinci Resolve, just depending on how extensive the video edit is. CapCut works fine just for, 90% of stuff if it's less than like 2 or 3 minutes long. But if I'm editing like weddings or any of my like fuller length YouTube videos, I do utilize DaVinci Resolve, which is free. We're going to make some title cards here. I've got a flash goal. What is that? 3 gifters send Rose to your live in 15 minutes. Okay. Sure. I don't know how any of this works. Sorry, I'm clueless here. So yeah, we are answering your camera questions. Any questions that you have on content creation, cameras, lights, any extra gear like that, we're here for. So I want to make a kind of fun little title card here for each piece of gear. Now, I love the cinematic titles. These came from FRS, and I'm going to figure out which one of these I want to utilize. Okay. We're also live streaming some Tim the Tap Man. For those of you that do not know, I also play Marvel Rivals, probably more than I should. It's been my favorite game lately. So, rotating 3D. Titles are my probably least favorite thing to do. They're not fun. Where to go? Just a black screen. Yes, we want to share that window. Welcome in, y'all. We're talking cameras. Any camera questions? Feel free to ask them. I'm more than happy to help with any kind of camera-related questions. Chime in. Cool. Lightning Q&A. Lightning Q&A. Yeah, let's do that. Lightning Q&A. Oh, no, wait. I don't want this. What? Okay. So we're going to add a black screen in here. If I could remember how to do that. How's it going, AJ? We're just live talking cameras, and I'm editing some YouTube videos. So I'm answering any kind of questions that people have on cameras, camera-related stuff, gear, lighting, and just kind of trying to have some fun with it. This is my first TikTok live, so we're seeing how this is going. That's, I think, a little bit better of an angle. There we go. Not looking up my nose. And yeah, we edit on DaVinci Resolve for most of our longer form content. So I do run like a YouTube channel. I run a wedding business. Weddings are our main bread and butter. But still figuring out this live on TikTok. It unfortunately will not let me do it on my MacBook or on my Mac Studio. I'd like to be sharing my screen right now, but I have yet to figure out a way to do that. Hi, Krista. Cool. So we're going to go. It's a lot to do all at once. Not great at multitasking. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I like that one. Pop this in here. What color are we going to utilize? Cool. Settings. We want to use neon. And cool. And then for any kind of audio, like royalty-free audio, I use artlist.io. I've been with them for like 2 years now. They have a really good selection for sounds, for music, that kind of stuff. Hopefully this doesn't blow out our eardrums when I first listen to it. We're going to go with cyberpunk sounds. They break everything down in like really cool playlist genres. It makes it real easy to just drag and drop stuff over into DaVinci Resolve. We're going to drag this over in our media pool. I'm also super pumped. I just got a couple rolls of film back. I was on Kodak Ultramax on one of my older Canon SureShot Supremes, and super pumped with how they turned out. There we go. Pop that in here. Next volume up a little bit. Make sure everything's even.
Cameras under $1,000.
Do a little fade in, fade out. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Hi, Timmy. I wonder if there's a way that I can like even just point my camera at my screen and show my face at the same time. That would work, wouldn't it? Mirror, flip camera. No? All right. Back to it. All righty.
Coming in at number 10, we have the Canon RP.
So we're going to grab a screen grab of the Canon RP. Just pop this in here. And then composite. Man, I was hoping there would be, because it's going to be an easier way to do this, but there's not. All right. Screen soft light. So we're going to take this over into Photoshop, remove background. Let's see if this stays up. Where did my screenshots go to? Hello, screenshots. Screenshots. Sure. 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 Let's try this again. Welcome in, Dan. Boom. Drag this into Photoshop. Could not open. Okay. Just hit save image as. Save to desktop. New file. Open. Desktop. There we go. Remove background. Boom. And then we're going to save that to the desktop. There's a PNG. Replace it. Yes. And we're going to drag that into DaVinci Resolve. Import media, desktop, screenshot. There we go.
It is a full frame 26.2 megapixel. Have the Canon RP. It is a full frame 26.2 megapixel camera. It's one of the first offerings in the mirrorless lineup from Canon.
Shrink this down so it's not covering my face. Pull that over here.
It is a full frame 26.2 megapixel camera. It's one of the first offerings in the mirrorless lineup from Canon.
All right.
And it's going to take really good photos. Now, if you're looking for video features, this isn't going to quite get you there. It's 8-bit 420, and there's no C-Log on it. But from a photo standpoint, this is still a pretty well-respected camera. It's not going to have quite as good of low light and no noise as newer cameras, but it will provide really great photos.
We are live editing some YouTube videos and talking cameras. So if you have any camera questions, lighting questions, gear questions, feel free to ask. That is what I am here for. And that's pretty much the only thing that I'm good at. All righty.
This one.
And we're just going to duplicate the audio off of this.
Photographers will still run this.
There we go.
We'll still run this one.
All right, next camera. Hey, Jeremy. Got a lot more people in here than I expected in general. It's kind of cool. All right, so.
Now, Canon has some legendary skin tone color science. They're known to have some of the best skin tones on the market. And this does have really good dynamic.
You gonna come say hi?
For how
come on. Oh. There we go. Doing some office dog work. Yeah. Hanging out with Dad. All right, we're gonna pop this in here. You saying hi? You can't go on the desk. There's not enough space up there. Not enough space on the desk. This is Buddy. He comes down and puts some hours in down in the studio every once in a while. There we go. All right. Show me my timeline here. Ah, we're in the wrong one. That's why. That makes sense.
We'll run this one. Now, Canon has some legendary skin tone color science. They're known to have some of the best skin tones on the market, and this does have really good dynamic range for how old it is.
All right.
Now, as far as the video features go on this, it is only going to shoot 4K 25. It's not going to have C-Log, and it is going to be 8-bit 420. So if you're looking to do some intense color grading or anything like that, this might not be the camera for you. But if you're looking to just shoot some basic video and get great photos out of it, I wouldn't look any elsewhere. This is going to come in at $899 in the used market, and typically I like to go to MPB for this kind of stuff. Now, as far as the video features go on this, it is only going to shoot 4K 25. It's not going to have it, and typically I like to go to MPB for this kind of stuff.
What is this host and guest? Oh, I guess you can get in here and talk. With this feature, you can invite viewers to join your live as guests. There we go. Oh, I have to go live for 3 separate days for that to work. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get this to a point. I mean, like, I guess I have to go live for 3 different days, but eventually, like, where people can come in here and like ask their specific questions, and I can kind of do like a little consult with them.
Coming in at number 9.
Number 9. All right, so we are going to pull these two. Oops. That's not what I want. Undo. There we go.
PB for this kind of stuff.
Same thing. Number 9. Gotta change the color of this? That'd be dope. No, maybe. Okay, purple. Dig that. Let's keep it purple. Purple's my favorite color. I'm gonna figure this out where I can show you guys my screen. There we go. See, it says I'm live now. Turn this audio down. There we go. Cool. Boom. I'm in the wrong tab again. I do that frequently.
Coming in at number 9 is the Sony A6400.
Hi, Kylie.
It's a 24.2 megapixel
Welcome in.
APS-C camera, and it is going to have a little
We're
bit
talking
better
cameras.
video offerings than the Canon RP.
Alrighty, which camera was this one?
Coming in at number 9 is the Sony A6400.
Sony A6400. So the A6400 APS-C camera honestly takes really good photos. A lot of good features on it for it being as old as it is. When did this camera come out? I feel like it's getting old now. 2019. In terms of cameras, that is pretty ancient. Alrighty, A6400. So yeah, get these for $614 on MPB. Throw this over into Photoshop, remove the background, save it, and then go ahead and drag that into DaVinci Resolve, overlay it. Who's Seth? What's up? How we doing today? Alrighty. We don't need webcam utility up. Don't need Fuji X up. Where did I save that to? I'm really bad about this. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, back to DaVinci. Import A6400. Downscale that a little bit. Pop it over here into the corner. What is Delta Force US? Nope, not doing that. I don't even know what this is. Free to play, modern team-based tactical shooter. Nope, not for me. Let's scale this back up a little bit. Let's move it up a little bit. There we go.
A 24.2 megapixel APS-C camera, and it is going to have a little bit better video offerings than the Canon RP.
All right.
Coming in at number 9 is so it's going to offer things like S-Log. That is only 8-bit, but it will give you a little bit more malleability with the video editing. And as far as the images out of this thing, I don't think they could get much better from a $748 camera.
So I'm not really going to do any color grading on this. I really like the way that this Fujifilm rendered these colors to begin with, so we're going to leave it as it is. And
that is only 8-bit, but it will give you a little bit more malleability with the video editing. And as far as
welcome in, everyone. We are talking cameras, lighting, all that fun stuff. So if you have any questions, ask away. I'm more than happy to answer your camera questions. Boom. All right, what's next?
Now, one of the great things with the A6400, because it is an APS-C size sensor, is you can get lenses fairly cheap for it. and it's open to third parties. So Sigmas, Tamron, Viltrox, there's a wide variety of lenses out there that you can get on the cheap that are still very high quality.
All right, push this back.
Still very high quality.
Welcome in, Susan. Hi, Kelsey.
Now, one of the great things with the A6400, because it is an APS-C size sensor, is you can get lenses fairly on the cheap that are still very high quality. Still very high quality.
I love how many terrible faces I make whenever I'm recording.
Very high quality. Coming in at number 8.
Number 8. All right. Wait, did I steal that from the other one? Yup, sure did. Damn. Okay. Why won't you let me copy you? Hey, Mitch. How's it going today? We're doing some photo editing, or video editing, rather, in the DaVinci Resolve app.
Mirrorless cameras under $1,000.
There we go. I sometimes forget my hotkeys on here. Number 10. All right, so we got number 10. Where's number 9? What's in here? Just kidding. There we go. All right.
Like to go to MPB for this kind of stuff.
Number 9. Number 10. Number 8. Whoa. How's it going, Spence? We're talking cameras. If you have any camera questions, it's kind of our thing. Hi, Tuna. Would you like to come in? Come on, baby girl. The dogs have joined us. So we're just pulling this copy in each of these. If I can figure out how to copy again. I don't know how I forget hotkeys so much. There we go.
High quality.
Number 8. Hi, bud. Tina, what you doing? Hi, Apple user 36627 and Mom Kitty. We're talking cameras today. Anything you want to know camera wise. That's what we do. Number 8. We're also live editing, which you guys are not able to see, but if you're on the YouTube live stream, I'm currently screen sharing how I edit my videos. I'm doing some long form content
now, the
today.
XT30 Mark II is going to have Now the XT30.
Which one is this? This is the XT30.
And number 8 is going to be from a company that is really close to my heart, mainly because I use one of their cameras to shoot my daily life. And that is going to be the Fujifilm XT30 Mark II.
Welcome in, Poe.
2. Coming in at number 8 is going to be from a company that is really.
All right.
Want to. All don't want to.
Hi, Steph. All right.
Now, the Fujifilm XT30 Mark II is also APS-C sensor. It's 26.2 megapixels, and that means you're going to get the lenses fairly cheap, and they're also open to Viltrox, TT Artisan, Sigma, and Tamron. So great lens selection out there on top of the really good Fujifilm first-party lenses. First-party lenses.
Hi, Marisol. J Mara 744, welcome in. Any camera questions you guys have?
My personal thing about Fujifilms is just the way that the images look out of them. The Fujifilm film simulation.
Howdy, Brian.
Awesome.
We're talking cameras today. Any kind of camera questions?
Inside the camera, and their sensors just tend to look really good.
I feel like I need to break this down into a YouTube live stream and a TikTok live stream and do them separately because there's too much for my brain to handle. But we're going to just keep going for now.
Just the way that the images look out of them. The Fujifilm film simulation.
I think I'm going to pull you guys up.
They give you a lot
show
of
you
editability inside the camera, and their sensors just tend to look really good.
I'm doing something, I promise. Hi, Grace.
Now, for video features, you're going to get 4K 30 on this, and it does come with F-Log, but only 8-bit internal. Recording. Moving down the list to number 7, we're going to have
number 7. All right. Need to get a photo of an XT30 Mark II. Fujifilm XT30. Man, we are being slow today. I feel like this is going to struggle. Howdy, Diana. Drag this into Photoshop. Remove background. Save as. Desktop. Okay. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Cindy. We're answering camera questions today. Any camera questions? Feel free to ask them. It's kind of my specialty. For those of you that are still in here or just joining or whatever, my name's Logan. I do run a wedding photography, videography business. I also do content creation, that kind of stuff. I run a YouTube channel, but weddings are our main bread and butter. Currently, I'm working on one of my YouTube videos.
For video features
of the top 10 mirrorless cameras for 2025. Trying to keep it all under $1,000 or right around $1,000. So there are quite a few budget-friendly camera builds out there that you can get under $1,000 for the body that have really good specs. And it's getting better and better. This year, we've seen quite a few cameras drop, or over the last 6 months, we'll say, that have a ton of features for photo, a ton of features for video, and have a lot to offer at the price point where you would have been spending, $2,000 or $3,000 for some of these features a couple years ago. I love cameras. I love camera gear. I like to talk about it. So if you have any questions or you're looking to shoot any kind of photos or video, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have and give you some camera recommendations for the type of stuff that you're shooting. Arby's has the meats. All right.
Internal recording.
For this audio.
You want to see more? Do something simple. Hit the like, hit the sub. Tells me, tells Kevin and the team and YouTube algorithm if y'all want more. Most importantly, make sure to tell us about love.
Come on.
I'm doing it. Spectating the Hawks, bro. I was going to do this.
Internal recording.
Camera number 7. Where are we at here?
Moving down the list to number 7, we're going to have the first offering from Lumix, and that's going to be the original Lumix S5.
Lumix S5.
5. Moving down the list to number 7, we're going to have the first offering from Lumix, and that's going to be the original Lumix S5. Now, you can pick up one of these original Lumix S5s for around $990, and it is going to be more of a video-forward camera, whereas the other ones were photo-forward. So it's going to offer 4K 60, great image stabilization, 422 color space, and vlog. Now, one of the big downsides to this camera is it is only contrast detect autofocus, so it's going to struggle a little bit more than things like the Sony and the Canon when it comes to autofocusing. Now, you can pick up one of these original Lumix S5s for around $990, and
Lumix S5. Oh, this dropped in price. Nice. That's actually a really good bang for buck for $930. Remove background. All right. File. Save as. Hello, Tuna. Okay. What is this? Match update. Can I challenge people? Is that what I do here? That sounds fun. Welcome in, Stevie. Ooh. Thanks for the likes. So we are talking cameras today. I'm a wedding photographer, videographer, currently doing a live edit of one of my YouTube videos, which is the top 10 cameras for 2025 under $1,000. I just got to roll a film back too, and I'm super pumped about it. Okay, so we're going to import this into DaVinci.
Moving down the list to number 7, we're going to have the first offering from Lumix, and that's going to be the original Lumix S5.
Import. Did I not drag the Fujifilm one in? Sure didn't. All right. I got to import both of them. Boom.
Their cameras to shoot. And at number 8 is going to be from a company that is really close to my heart, mainly because I use one of their cameras to shoot my daily life. And that is going to be the Fujifilm
XT30 Mark II. Scale that down. Squish it over to the side. Add a little fade in, fade out. Drag this one over to where it needs to be. I think that's like right here.
And that's going to be the original Lumix.
Yep. Howdy, Hillary. How's it going? We're talking cameras today. I'm doing a live edit of one of my YouTube channel videos and trying to give people some camera advice.
It's going to be the original.
Get this hair under control. It's starting to get warm down here, so I gotta take the beanie off. All right. Yeah, so we run a wedding photography business. That's my bread and butter, but we do run a YouTube channel and kind of content create for all this kind of stuff. I talk about cameras and hopefully give people some advice on the cameras that they need to use for whatever they're doing, whether it's shooting photos, shooting video, content creation, live streaming, webcam, whatever. What number are we at here? Number 7?
Moving down the list to number 7. We're
number 7. Cool. So we got number 6 up. This is number 8.
That are still very high.
What's up, Reaper?
5. Now you can pick up one of these original Lumix S5s for around $909.
So that's the like really cool thing with the camera market right now is like there's so many good cameras out there, and like you don't have to have the newest and best tech all the time. For example, the brand new Fujifilm X-M5 that just came out kind of towards the end of last year. It offers 6.2K recording, open gate, and actually that will be on this list at some point. But there's so many cameras that offer so much good stuff, take beautiful photos, and a lot of newer cameras are starting to get to the point where they're offering like moods or film simulations and don't even have to edit stuff or color grade or anything like that. Just basically like if you're shooting video, you have to timeline. And if you're shooting photo, pretty much just export the JPEG, which is really cool.
Like the Sony.
My most shot on camera is the Fujifilm XS20. Kind of goes everywhere with me. It's what I consider my dad cam, even though I don't have kids, but just my daily life, kind of capture everything.
And the Canon when it comes to autofocusing.
And pretty much every camera nowadays has either phase detect or hybrid detect autofocus. I think autofocus is getting really good on everything.
And I forgot to mention, this is a full frame camera. So it's 24 megapixels. That is going to increase the cost of your lenses a little bit, but it's also going to increase the dynamic range of the camera. And I forgot to mention, this coming in at number 6.
Number 6. All right.
Not do their upgrade quite yet when this camera released.
Oh.
This camera released.
What's my next one?
This is a full frame camera. So it's 24 megapixels. That is going to increase the cost of your lenses a little bit, but it's also going to increase the dynamic range of the camera. Coming in at number 6.
Number 6. Pop this right in here. Boom. Yes, that is what I want. Drag this over here too.
Range of the camera. Coming in at number 6 is a Nikon Z5.
Nikon Z5. Man, everything dropped in price, actually. That's kind of really good for the market, at least. Cool. Drag this over to Photoshop. Remove background. What is happening? Drag the puzzle piece into place. Okay. I guess I just had to make sure that I'm still here, not sleeping or something. Does that mean I can't live stream me sleeping? That's a bummer. I wanted everyone to be able to watch me sleep. Yeah, so I do a little bit of both, actually. I'm in front of the camera about 75% as much as I'm behind it. Started doing the YouTube thing like March of last year. Probably been about a year now. I don't like being in the camera in front of the camera as much as I enjoy being behind it, but it's definitely part of the business, I guess. And
a full frame 24 megapixel.
It kind of makes it fun for me being able to like teach people. I love teaching people more than anything. So teaching people about cameras and like the gear that's coming out and going over like all the camera news and stuff like that. I just really enjoy it. So kind of have to be in front of the camera to be able to talk about it. If anyone hasn't noticed yet, I'm severe ADHD. That's why I'm so twitchy. Partly nerves, partly me just being a little bit of a psychopath. Not actually. Scale this down. Scooch it on over. Give it the old scoocheroony. That should come out to 3 seconds.
Coming in at number 6 is a Nikon Z5, and for just under $1,000, you get a full frame 24 megapixel sensor.
What kind of like fashion do you guys do? I'm just curious. I don't know anything about the fashion world, so
it is going to have contrast and phase detect autofocus, although it's not going to be quite as good as Sony or Canon's. They did not do their upgrade quite yet when this camera released. There's no N-Log or 10-bit 422 on this, but it is going to have 4K 30 with a
howdy, Les.
crop, 1.7.
We're talking cameras today.
When you're in the 4K
If you have any camera questions, need help getting any gear set up, anything like that. Torrid. I've heard of Torrid. That's cool. It's not something I've ever, like, I've done studio shoots and that kind of stuff. Like, I understand the lighting and how to do that to some extent, but I definitely live more in the wedding space. As far as like studio setups and stuff like that, I like to get kind of weird with my stuff. Play with lighting. Like, I don't know. I get weird and creative with stuff. I also shoot a good bit. Like, I'm probably like 60-40. I do a little bit more video than I do photo at this point. I'd be curious to see one of those sets that they have you on, or if I'm assuming like they would have a set for something like that.
30.
Drag this down.
There's no N-Log or 10-bit 422.
Hey, Kia.
On this, but it is
Welcome
going
in.
to have 4K 30 with a pretty hefty crop. 1.7
Jilly, howdy.
crop factor when you're in the 4K.
We're talking cameras today.
Now, the Z5 does have 5-axis in-body image stabilization.
Strategic Cody, what's
and
going
Nikon's
on? Howdy, Michelle.
color sides, which I think is the big shining point with this camera. Nikon colors look really beautiful, and if you're shooting wildlife or landscape, I would err towards this camera.
Now, Hillary, do they ever have you like out in a spot, like in a location? Like, do you do any kind of like location shoots, or is it all like exclusively studio work that you do? Mandy, howdy.
Coming in at number 5.
We are on to number 5.
Just with this.
So yeah, currently for those that are just joining us, I'm just doing a little bit of a live edit of the YouTube video that I have coming out. So it's the top 10 mirrorless cameras under $1,000 for 2025. I just did like a quick little breakdown on one of my TikTok videos, explaining what I think the top 10 cameras are for under $1,000, feature-wise, image quality-wise, all that fun stuff. So I'm doing a long-form version of that for my YouTube channel, just going through and editing. Have the color grade pretty much locked in already because I shoot on Fujifilm for this kind of stuff. Hillary, no destination shoots. That's kind of a bummer. I think it'd be cool to like do that kind of stuff in specific locations. Like, I don't know, I've seen Columbia and some of like the hiking brands that I follow, Fjall Raven and stuff like that, go to some pretty cool, like extreme places to get some of their shots, shoot some of the video and photos that they use for like their ad campaigns and stuff. Howdy, Christina. Number 6. No, number 5.
Coming in at number.
All righty. I would like to, I've thought about doing like spec work and stuff like that. And I don't know if you know what spec work is, but essentially it's where you like create advertisements for companies without them asking. And you basically like will send them out to them. Of course, trying to get a job out of it. time is a little bit one of those things right now that's a limiting factor for me because I still am working a full-time job on top of shooting the weddings, and we do like dance recitals and all that kind of stuff too. So unfortunately, I don't have as much time to get creative as I would like, but we'll get there. It's going to happen. All righty. Pop this in here. Yes.
Wildlife or landscape, I would err towards this camera.
Number 5. No. What's going on, Cody?
6 is a
just realizing how warm my lighting looks today, which is fine. I like a little bit of warm light, but
this camera.
what's going on, Tim?
Coming in at number 5.
Number 5.
5 is Canon's R50. Now, this is one of Canon's newer offerings. As
The R50. So my highest recommended camera, if you're looking for something around like $500, the Canon R50, it's a great starter camera. You can do a lot with it. It has the flippy screen, so you can look at yourself if you need to look at yourself. Get these in like new condition for $549. Howdy, Misty. Throw this into Photoshop. Remove the background. I only have 87 different things open on Photoshop right now. That's fine. Hey, Allie. Save this file. Drag this into DaVinci.
in at number 5 is Canon's
R50. Yes, this is what I want to import in. So yeah, we're talking cameras today. Pretty much anything camera related that you need, any questions that you have, any gear, lighting, flashes, etc. That's what I do. I'm a wedding photographer. I also shoot some studio stuff. I shoot school sports, anything like that. Photo and video both. So if you have any questions on cameras, I'm more than happy to answer them. More than happy to make recommendations, anything like that. If you're looking to get into photography, now is a great time for it. The market's great. You can get really well featured out cameras for pretty cheap prices. Newer ones, older ones, anything. It just depends on what you need. A lot of them have really good video features, etc.
R50. Now, this is one of Canon's newer offerings as far as their budget-friendly cameras go. It is going to have it.
Thanks for all the likes. Appreciate that. I feel like this is fun. This is my first time going live, and I'm having a good time with it. I just got my 1,000 followers on TikTok, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I shot a volleyball, a group of volleyball girls. And so my sister's a head coach for a middle school volleyball team.
50.
And all the girls went and followed my TikTok and put me over that point, that 1,000 follower point, so I could
their budget-friendly
jump on the lives now.
It is going to have adaptability to the EF mount with the Canon EF to RF adapter, and it's a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor. I would say this is one of the best value budget cameras that there is. And you get a lot of features.
Phone just die? All right, yeah, we're back. I don't know why. TikTok just automatically paused me there. I think it's because we just hit an hour, whatever. But here we are. Nice. We're almost up to 2,000 likes. I'm hoping that we can get it up to like 5,000 today. I'd be super pumped about that.
4.2 megapixel APS-C. I would say this is one of the best value budget cameras that there is, and you get a lot of features with this.
Oh, we're getting there. 2,000. There we go.
So it does have a 4K sensor downsampled from 6K, and that's going to be uncropped, which is a huge deal. Not only that, deal. So it does have a 4K sensor downsampled from 6K, and that's going to be uncropped.
Hello, wife.
Huge deal.
My wife just joined the live. I appreciate it, Hillary. Thanks for getting me to 2K. And thanks for stopping by.
So it does have a 4K sensor downsampled from 6K, and that's going to be uncropped.
So yeah, we're answering your camera questions. For those of you that are just joining in, I'm a photographer, videographer. We shoot weddings, we shoot sports, all kinds of fun stuff. Wildlife's our fun little passion project that we do. And I know cameras. So if you have any questions on cameras, getting started, getting set up, any gear questions, lighting, flash, etc., feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for.
Not only that, but it does offer 12 and 15 frames per second in the mechanical shutter mode. So if you're looking to get into sports or a little bit faster paced stuff, this might not be a bad
cowboy hat. I don't know why.
Paced stuff. This might not be a bad idea.
That is my current goal. 5,000 likes or a cowboy hat. And mustache.
Now, for my video shooters out there, it doesn't have a log format, but it does have HDRPQ, which will increase your dynamic range quite a bit.
Nice. We're almost done. We're halfway there.
And if you're looking to do a little bit
halfway through the video editing
it
process,
also has a close-up mode where it will grab focus on products instead of trying to track your face if you bring something into the frame.
Icky, ick, ick.
Now, before we go any further, if you
how's it going, Sarah?
Like and subscribe,
welcome in.
It really helps the channel grow, and we're getting close to being able to monetize here on YouTube.
Man, I got lazy eyes.
Now, before we go any further, if you could,
what's up, Jason?
Like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and we're getting close to being able to monetize here on YouTube.
Need to drag that subscribe thingy in there. Where do I have those stored? YouTube.
Fastest fucking brutal I've ever seen in my life. Martin just got his ult in 49 seconds.
Whoa. How's it going, Whit? Live TV. Oh, nice. We're up to 6. How's it going, everyone? We are talking cameras today. Any questions on cameras, getting set up with a new camera, or getting started with photography? Feel free to ask any questions. That's what I'm here for. I like to answer those and get you rolling. So currently we are editing a YouTube video that is covering the top 10 best mirrorless cameras of 2025. Under $1,000, of course. So trying to do some like budget-friendly camera builds for people. I do have a series on TikTok as well, budget-friendly camera builds. It just talks about pretty much everything that you can get for less than $1,000, or specific cameras to specific types of photography. Unemployment final boss. Yes, I'm fully unemployed. I've never worked a job in my life, actually. It's really great. Unemployment conversations. Linguini, do you have any camera questions? All righty.
Now, before we go any further,
Welcome in, Thick Chick 66. We're talking cameras today.
Now, before we go any further, if you could like and subscribe, it really helps the Now, for the money, you're getting $579 on this Canon R50, and with what
it is a basement studio. You hit that nail on the head.
I don't
give you
think
that.
There's many things that can touch it. Getting close to being able to monetize here on YouTube. Now, for the money, you're getting $579 on this Canon R50, and with what it has to offer,
how's it going, Kat? Welcome in.
I don't think there's many things that can touch it.
Here we are, number 4. Not a Temu microphone. No. This is actually a Yeti. Not anything fancy, but does the job. And I'm not even using that one on TikTok. I'm just using my iPhone.
Although it's not a full 10-bit codec. Can touch it. And coming in at number 4.
Probably is from 2008. I'm glad you're keeping this conversation going, Linguini. No, so I'm actually not unemployed, but I wish I was. We run a wedding photography and videography business. Mostly shoot weddings, but also shoot sports, school sports. Mostly do like banners, that kind of stuff. A little bit of wildlife here and there when we have time for it. And we're getting into like heavy wedding season right now. So first wedding of the season's March 15th, and then we have one on the 16th as well. And then April, we have some productions to do. Dance studio. We have a recital, I think, that we're doing that's over 2 nights. And wedding season gets like really busy for us, June, July. I think August slows down. And then September, October, November, always busy wedding season, pretty much no matter where you're at in the country. Hoping to get more into elopements this year. I want to do more travel weddings. We got to shoot a few travel weddings over the past couple of years, and elopements and travel weddings are like my favorite thing to do. How's it going, Jason? Welcome in.
Number 4, just under $1,000, and the second Sony on our list. It's going to be the A6600. Now, this is a 24.2 megapixel crop sensor camera. It will offer S-Log, although it's not a full.
I think I'm going to pop off of YouTube. How do I turn YouTube off?